Welcome to the Eagle Valley Model Railroad. Today we're going to go through the process of installing a fascia. And the purpose of installing a fascia is to clean up the raw material look of your table. So you have 1-by plywood and foam layers to make up your layout table or your module. And the fascia basically just cleans it up and gives a more finished look. This section of the layout is where we're going to focus on this video of installing the fascia. The reason I chose this section is because it's a smaller area, so it'll be easier to do on video. Plus, it's not a uniform section, so we're going to have some changes in the contour of the fascia to match our landscape contour. So the first thing we want to do is we want to measure this section. We're going to measure the length, the height, and from our other section of fascia that we've installed, I've determined that our standard width is going to be 8 inches. I just came up with that. I looked at it. I thought that would look good with the table that we have set up here. So on our uniform sections, it's going to be 8 inches tall, and then of course it's going to follow the contour of the landscape. So what we've done to this point is cut a 48-inch long by 12-inch wide piece of masonite. And what I've done, because I've decided to go with a 8-inch strip minimum with a 1/2-inch lip on the top of the layout table, all I did was measured 7.5 inches from the bottom of my masonite, and that's where I drew a line all the way down the masonite, the full 48-inch length, and that 7.5-inch line, it should be where the top of the table rests on the masonite. So we've clamped it in place, and all I've done is taken a pencil and added some tape to it and got it to a 1/2-inch thickness, set it on the inside of the masonite, and drew the contour of the landscape to make a mark on the back of the masonite. Now I'm going to go trim that, and that should contour to our landscape and give us a 1/2-inch lip all the way the length of this 48 inches. Just as a visual, what I've done again is taken a pencil and put some tape on it, and that gives me a 1/2-inch height off my layout, and I've placed that against the masonite and just followed the contour, and whatever rises, that's what marks on the masonite. So we're going to go trim this and see what we come up with. This is just a view of the inside edge. So this is what we have as far as the masonite being cut to the contours of the landscape. And all I used was a jig saw and followed what I traced with my pencil mark. So what we're going to use to attach the fascia to the layout are number 8 screws with a finishing washer. Now we're coming up 4.5 inches from the bottom of our fascia to do our attachment, and we're spacing them a foot apart. So what we'll do is we'll take this fascia down. We've marked them already. We're going to take our fascia down. We're going to put a liquid nail adhesive to where the masonite touches the wood framing, and then we're going to put a foam adhesive where the masonite touches the foam itself, because that liquid nail will eat that foam up. So we're using a foam friendly adhesive for that part of it. We'll place our masonite back in place. We'll get it exactly where we want it. We'll drill us a couple pilot holes, and then we'll put fasteners in. that's a fascia that's installed. It's as easy as that, guys. Hope this video was helpful. What I'll do once I get all my fascia up is I'll go back and put some caulk or some wood putty along the edge of the inside edge of my masonite board where the landscape is, to fill in that gap. Of course, the foam rolls at the corners, so we'll put some caulk there to fill in those gaps and paint it up. You'll never see the seam, and it makes for a cleaner look. Thanks for watching. Remember, like, share, subscribe, and until next time, happy modeling.